Hello, my name is Angel Manjarres. I'm a member of the LA Greater Chapter, um, and this is my story. I joined American Foundation for Suicide Prevention because of the loved ones I lost to suicide, and for my own personal uh, bouts with, darkness of wanting to kill myself and my own attempts. And this is my story. So I moved to Humboldt County when I was 17 to go to Humboldt State University. I became friends with Cameron, and he was diagnosed with certain medical and mental problems, issues, whatever. And I remember him showing me his medication and describing he pulled out one pill and he's like, this one makes you happy, and like this one makes you feel nothing, and it really tripped me out at the time. Cameron, he would slowly just disassociate, and it got to the point where he just didn't want to leave his room, and he would get these fits where he would shake and shake, and it was like he was unconscious, and he felt like these bugs were crawling all over him. And so I remember one night, I after holding him in one of these bouts, he finally fell asleep in his bed, and I went to a party. And the next day, he locked himself in his room, and finally paramedics got him out, and he didn't look like Cameron. And I don't know exactly what happened, but he ended up having a wound in his leg, which got infected and started affecting his organs, and he ended up having to get his leg amputated because of the infection in his calf. And that was intense, So the next semester, I didn't have my friend Cameron. I started receiving phone calls from my uncle. He was my stepfather's brother. But he was family to me. He was like a second dad. He took interest in a lot of the things that I liked, and he gave me a lot of guidance as well. And I miss him. But he started calling me, and asking, questions about Facebook, social media stuff. And it got strange. I could tell something was off. But he called me one night and I didn't answer the phone. And he left me a message, voicemail, saying to listen to a certain song, and something along the lines of listen to the song and I love you, or something like that. And that night he shot himself in the head in a field in Colorado. I came home and my parents sat me down and told me the news. It was so unreal. I thought it was like some sort of test that if this did happen, if Uncle Scott did kill himself, like how I would react. I thought it was like some sort of test. So unreal, and it's just a lot, and that's when I started to numb out, and just life seemed so cruel and meaningless after that. It was. I started to get this angst t- towards life and institutions and I guess that led to me, just I started drinking a lot, and in 2010, after work, I came, I was still in Arcata in Humboldt County, and I went to my room, and I had found this razor blade, and I cut my first arm, and I wasn't trying to kill myself at the time. I was just gonna cut, and it was very sharp, and it opened up my whole forearm, and I could see everything inside. And I was so taken back. I was like, "Oh my God!" And so I said, "Okay, well, I'll just do this one too." And it was deep but short, and I put on the Pixies, and I sat against my bed, and I was just gonna bleed out. And thankfully, this band, uh, Radio Moscow, came and to spend the night in my roommate across the hall's room, and they peeped into my door and saw me and all the blood, and they yelled at my roommate downstairs, and they're like, we think your friend needs help." He came up and he's like, "What is he, drunk?" And he came in and he's like, "Is this one of those cry for help things?" So he called my girlfriend. She came over and wrapped me up, and the next day I got sutured. And I will forever have these scars as a reminder of how dark my head can get, how meaningless life can become to me, and how I if I marinate in my depression and not try to get out of it and fight it, um, how fast I can fall into. Well, I've lived enough life for me. I'm tired of this, and I'm just plain tired, and it's been real, but I don't want to be here anymore. And I wish that type of feeling on no one. It's a very lonely, and it's just, it really takes a toll on you when I have thought those thoughts like multiple times, and uh, so I walk this walk, and there's more that I need to be involved with and do, because I don't believe anymore in leaving and wanting to leave, because I think there is a lot of things in this world that are beautiful and that I have seen and experienced, and there are a lot of things that I haven't experienced yet that and I want the best for those who get into these places that I have gotten into. is help, and there is help, and I know it's hard to even want to seek help. It's hard in the first place just to even recognize that, like maybe I need help, or want to tell anybody. I didn't want to tell anybody how I was feeling because I didn't want to ruin the way they were feeling. So there is redemption. There is a way to get into a state where life seems worth it, and so that's my story. I hope if you related, you you do what I did and reached out. And I think the biggest thing for me is reaching out to other people to, once you have found some sort of solution for yourself, to try to help other people too. That's huge. So thank you. If you've watched, my name is Angel Manjares. Thanks.